66 Chevelle against the new Chevelle. Of course, I done tore him up, and I was way up the road, and Law done pulled that new Chevelle over, and then he got me. And he started into me, and he said, "You drag racing?" I said, "No, sir."
I was
"Yeah,
running.
you were." I said, "Well, look at all the oil cans in the back of this thing. You expect me to outrun that darn new Chevelle there?" He didn't buy it.
I had a 71 Satellite Sebring Plus 3.3 Magnum 440 disc 4-speed positive track pistol grip shift car, and I came on to Burger King, back then it was Bordenburger. Came on to Bordenburger's parking lot, and I set it. I smoked the clutch and set her loose, man, right on that parking lot. And pulled right in the parking spot. Cop walks over and goes, I roll down. I said, "Yes, sir." He goes, "We'll write you a ticket." I said, "For what?" He goes, "Well, we'll get you for reckless driving, excessive noise." I said, "Well, why?" I said, "Buddy," I just put a new 1,200-pound Hayes pressure clutch system in the same pressure plate and clutch. I said, when I hit that curb, it just popped the clutch." And I said, "I was already on the gas." I said, "It was an accident." He goes, "You know what?" He goes, "That would probably work for most people, but I got more years under a car, and you got in one." I was only 16. Yeah. My dad walked home. My dad goes, "What do you got?" I said, "A $400 ticket." $400 ticket. He goes,
I went to one meeting places up there one time.
"I think you'll park this for a while."
The boys told me to turn it on. I think I burned about 225 feet of rubber up through there. One of the boys got out and measured it. But the smoke was so thick when I was turning them tires over that you couldn't even see the eating joint or the street or nothing on that thing. And then I got out of town there and pulled over and parked with my girlfriend. About 20 minutes later, this cruiser pulled up. Said, "You just come through town?" I said, "Oh, yeah, I'll be here about 2 hours."
There you go. I haven't left.
He couldn't prove it, but I come back through town. He pulled me over. He said, "This was about the sorriest piece of junk I ever seen in my life." I started to say, "You had a hard time catching it while I rode, did you?" But I figured he was trying to work on me like that.
Yeah.
I just took my ticket for my tail light being out.
Yeah, I say, "You're right, man. I wish I could afford a good car to run fast on these cruisers."
No, the good old days. They ain't no fun no more.
They're not, because number one, you can't. It's not the ticket. It's not the ticket. It's the automatic $150, $200 court cost. You know, you can get a ticket for speeding, and they'll knock it down to practically nothing, but you still got to pay that court cost. And
Ain't fun no more.
No.
I don't even like to buy cars and stuff. People vandalizing, cities on their ass, can't have it out in the country. Where I've been sick off them for the last 10 years, I can't get out and check on stuff, which I had trouble before that, even before I got sick. You know, you can't stay at home all the time.
That's right. That's right. And the sad part is, again, some of the people you get working for you, they turn out to be bigger thieves than the ones who come in and stealing from you. Yeah, so, and I understand that.
Now, they go on that.
That goes on the sweeper.
Way up there.